Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am creating a drugstore affordable Valentine's Day look that you guys can create yourselves. I'm using the BELLAMI FAUX clip-in ponytail and I just braided it. If you guys want to know how I apply my FAUX clip-in ponytail, I do have a video on it. You guys should check it out. I will link it down below in the description. But yeah, so if you guys are wondering on how I accomplished this look, then keep on watching. Again, I'm going to moisturize my face using the Cetaphil moisturizing cream. I'm going to then prep my skin using the NYX Hydrating primer base. To smooth out my pores, I'm using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, and this is in the shade Dark Brunette. Conceal my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Sand. So I did add a little bit of my NYX Tame and Frame brow pomade, and the shade I'm using is Brunette. I just applied just a little bit over here. Alright, so then after that I'm just going to take the NYX Control Freak clear brow gel. To prime my eyelids, I'm using the NYX eyeshadow base. I don't have a setting powder that is from the drugstore. The only thing I have was the RCMA, which is affordable. Alright, so I'm just going to set the eyeshadow base using the RCMA No-color powder. And the brush I'm using is the Morphe M438 brush, which I like to use to set my under eyes, my eyeshadow base. Alright, so for my eyeshadow look today, this is the first time that I've ever used it, but this is the Rimmel Magnif'eyes shadow palette. This is the Keep Calm and Wear Gold palette. I swatched some of the shades on Snapchat. If you follow me, then you know that some of them were, I mean, I would have to like go back in and then swatch it again because it's not, I feel like it wasn't so pigmented. Like, you see this gold one right here? For my transition shade, I'm gonna be using this shade right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th shade from the palette. This is like probably the only transition shade I can use, unless I use this like yellowy one right here, but I don't know, we'll see how the other one comes out. Alright, so to highlight my brow bone, I'm using this white shade right here, which is the first color in the palette. Yeah, this shade is not so pigmented. Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna use some shadows from the Rimmel eyeshadow palette and then some shadows from the Carli Bybel because I feel like this palette is not so pigmented. Like this transition shade, yeah, I mean, it blended out nicely, but the highlight shade is not as pigmented as I was thinking it was gonna be. Like, you see how like bright it is in this palette, but then like when I applied it on my brow bone, you could hardly see it. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this burgundy shade from the Carli Bybel palette and apply this on my outer V. So I'm just like packing on that shade and then blending it out using a blending brush. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm just going to create like half of cut crease and just stop right here. The brush that I'm using is by Beige Cosmetics, and this brush also came with that other brush that I used in the beginning. It came in a set, and I will be listing that set down below in the description if you guys are interested in these brushes. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop in the middle, and you see that harsh line? We're definitely gonna blend that and make that fade into the purple eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna apply this shade from the Carli Bybel palette. For eyeliner today, I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. For lashes today, I'm using the Double Wispies by Ardell. Alright, so taking my NYX glitter liner in Crystal Silk. I actually was inspired by Manny, you know, Manny MUA. I saw one of his looks that he had like glitter like in here, and it stops like right there. It's like a half glitter cut crease, I guess you can say. Moving on to the face, I am trying a new foundation. I've heard a lot of reviews on this foundation right here, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover foundation. It's a full coverage weightless feel, and the texture is air light. It's supposed to last up to 24 hours. I'm excited to try this foundation today. I've heard good reviews and then I heard bad reviews. So I wanted to try it for myself. So it definitely feels like moussey. Alright, this color looks about right. Okay, so it definitely doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And the bottle says it's total, like full coverage. I have like a pimple scar down here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it really didn't cover it. I mean, if it was a full coverage foundation, then you wouldn't be able to like see that at all. It feels nice on my skin, but I don't believe that this is a full coverage foundation. So for concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Sand. So I'm just gonna apply this on the areas where I usually highlight. Using my Morphe M438 brush, I'm just going to dip this into the RCMA No-color powder and set wherever I highlighted. To set my base, I'm using my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte setting powder. To bronze up my face, I'm using my NYC Smoothing Skin Bronzer in Sunny. Alright, so for blush, I'm using the Luminoso blush by Milani. So from the Rimmel palette, I'm actually going to go back into the shade that we use as our transition shade. And I'm going to apply this shade on my bottom lash line. Smoke it out even more. I'm going to go back into this burgundy shade that we use in our outer V to apply on our bottom lash line. And for mascara today, I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, which is like my favorite mascara from the drugstore. I'm actually going to apply the Milani Liquid Eye Pencil in black. Pretty sure if you guys ever went to Ulta, you guys seen this brand before, which is called Revolution. It's the Makeup Revolution London. This highlighter I purchased for $6. The Baked Highlighter Powder in Golden Lights. For lips today, I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Lip Liner in Natural. Also going to be using the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipstick in Bedtime Flirt.